Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Daily Teachings. Before we start, quick disclaimer, anything we discuss is just for educational purpose only, nothing is financial advice. Alright guys, the earnings season stays strong, market dumps down and curls during the day. Biotech was super hot today, hot sectors, there was a lot of hot sectors today. Um, but the earning plays keep paying us. So we're gonna talk about our earning setups. You're gonna learn about how to watch an earnings sector, earning setups, and how to trade those earning setups, short or long. Mostly they were short today, and you will learn about any day two setups, MTF clouds. I will cover a lot of the concepts that I teach you guys every day. I did share a lot of today's setups on X as well. So hopefully some of you traded those setups. Anyways, before we start, just a quick introduction to anybody who's new. If you're new to our YouTube or are new to our X accounts, so we trade a repeatable system called Ripster cloud system that I have been teaching freely for over 8-9 years now, which has changed a lot of lives. You can go to ripstereducation.com, see thousands and thousands of people who have changed their life with free education with this trading system. The trading system just is not about the indicators that I have invented. It also includes a lot of my teachings, a lot of concepts, which you will learn if you stay around, if you watch my recaps, if you follow my X account, ripstereducation.com, or if you're in my community, if you're watching my webinars and my presentations, you will learn those concepts for trading, swing trading, investing, and which will help you to find success in the stock market. Everything we do, we make a plan in the pre-market. I'm live in the pre-market making this plan. We do not trade random. We make a plan for every stock. In my recap, I will show you. So we have a bunch of plans, earning setups, index stocks, upgrades, downgrades. We trade low floats, IPOs. Everything is planned in the pre-market. We have a plan for futures. We trade futures. Everything is provided to the traders in the pre-market. We have daily levels for the ETFs and Mag 7. We trade that. Then we have a day two strategy. The plan for the stocks to trade in day two strategies are also provided in the pre-market. So you can pause the screen and you see how we plan everything in the pre-market, and we trade it with the system. I'm on the voice at the market open. I'm on the live screen guiding the traders through the setups that we have planned in the pre-market. We're not a signal service. We are not an alert service. We trade a repeatable system. All the traders in our community learn from the system, follow the guidance, and find success in the market. We are one of the largest educational live trading community. Thousands of traders are trading in our trading floor every day. We have many free tools, scanners, breaking news alerts, hold on holds, audio news, order flow, a lot of tools. I have tools like $400, $500 per month, which are free for traders to trade in the community. Regardless, you can learn anything that I teach from my free website, or if you are ready, whenever you want to, you can also join the community if you want to trade alongside us all these setups. That being said, not going to take too long for the introduction. Let's start with all the recaps for the today. I will show you my timestamp guidance. A lot of my guidance is on voice live screen, so I cannot show that, but we'll go through rest of the other setups, and I'll show you the how we traded that. No hindsight, always before the move, any winners and losers, we recap everything so you guys can learn these concepts and implement them in your daily trading and change your life. So we're going to start with a few of our top earning plays today. The top earning plays, which are NeoClouds. So NeoClouds are the companies which provide the infrastructure, cloud infrastructure for the AI compute. CRWV, NBIS, IREN were the top plays. We have APLD, CIFR. A lot of the Bitcoin miners turned into AI cloud providers. So they are called NeoClouds. Anyways, there were a lot of earnings today on those NeoClouds. We had on our game plan this morning. We had top of NBIS and CRWV. So that was on our top plan. We're gonna start with a recap of CRWV, which was a home run trade today. Very profitable trade. A lot of traders grew their account today with this trade. Then we're gonna talk about NBIS, but let's start with the CRWV, right? So just we're talking about the NeoClouds. I also tweeted out right in the pre-market. I tweeted the plan. If you see that in the pre-market only, I tweeted the plan. That what is our plan to trade today. So we were focusing on all these names, and the plan that we had on a CRWV was the plan. Support 93.50, 96, resistance 9800, no long under 97. extended in pre-market, curl if 512 holds. So what does that mean? The curls means that when Ripster Cloud tells you that it's a long setup, how can a Ripster Cloud tell you it's a long setup? You will get a 512 curls on the clouds, on the Ripster clouds, and then you will also see that the pre-market lows. So you will see that the pre-market lows are holding up. So the pre-market lows are holding. So you will see that the pre-market lows are holding up, or a pre-market support level. You know, these were two support levels. Very easy to draw them in the pre-market. So that's how we were, you know, using those levels to see what we want to do it. So as you see that, our plan was, as if it breaks 97, we are not going to long it. So let's show you the timestamp guidance. As soon as the market opened, I told the traders short it. Watch the pre-market lows. So we shorted it right at the open. When I see this rejection, that's when I told the traders to short it versus 98, shorted 95s. The pre-market low breaks, we're going to see low. So that was my guidance. I told the traders if the pre-market low breaks, add into the short, and we added into the short. So we short 95, we short more at under 93. We did see this swipe back up, but that's not a problem because it's still under the Ripster clouds. We do not panic here. You know, this was a bear flag. We were waiting for this to go. So I told the traders, only way we will panic, we're not going to panic, we'll reduce our size if it keeps holding this. 10 a.m. concept will give you the trend, and 10 a.m. you see the bear flag breakdown, and we got the flush and we got the trend right here at 10 a.m. So as soon as I see that, I move the stops to 96. We had a stops at 96 before 10 a.m. As we started to move, we moved the stops down to 95. You see at 10 a.m. we broke that. I told the traders that target is 91 and 90. We hit our 90 target. Pretty soon there. Right around 10:20 we hit our 91 target. We also hit our 90 target in the first hour. You see the first hour both the targets I gave met, right? So I also tweeted about this short as well. So also tweeted about this core. We've failed this morning. I tweeted the short as well. Short for us. I should tweeted the short on NBIS as well. So no hindsight, you know, I also try to help my followers as well. So we tweeted this short as well, or you see that, and you can see that core weave. And rest of the day, as we had a failed push. That's fine. We had a failed push. You can get out, or you can watch if the candle opens over the clouds, and you can short it again. When I saw the failed curl, I told the trader is staying bearish. That means you stay short. And I told the traders if we are going to see break of the low of the day, we are going to get more dumps. Watch out, more dumps. We break a low of the day. You break low of the day, more dumps all the way to 88. I did give an 88 target because if you look at the daily chart, there's a level at 88 that, and as you know, and that's the target that I gave the traders. And we did dump to 88 as well, and you could cover your short end of the day. So the short ran from 95 all the way to 87, almost $7-8 per share profit. The options were initially moving slower, but the 92 puts were the puts that I was tell the traders. They ran from $2.80 or even earlier, if you got it earlier, $2.40 all the way to $5 as well. For 100% trade there on as well on the core weave short side. Even if you're shorting shares, which I always prefer, if you have a decent size account, you know, you're risking couple on 1,000 shares, you're risking $2,000, but you're making 5-6 grand by end of the day. You just have to hold. This took a lot of patience because a lot of traders get panic on these swipes, but I was on the voice. My job is to make sure that my traders do not panic. I've seen enough market, I have made enough money in the market, I have lost enough money in the market. I often talk about it. Those my old followers know. So the teachings I tell you will make you a better trader. So no need to panic, and this one trade was all you needed to had a huge day in the market. So understand why we were short. Also, do not forget the power of the 100 psychological level. Very important concept. Anything that breaks 100, if it stays 100, you can short it. If it goes over 100, you long it. I will do a different video on the 100 concept. I guess I'll make a short video on the power of the 100 concept. So that was the short on for us on CoreWeave. A lot of things lining up. Earnings, the failed calls, staying under 100, and you just have to be patient. 10 a.m. bear flag concept. Ripster clouds will lead you way. When it's doing this, we do not even think about longing when the stock is under 3450 or 512s. Even if it tries to call 512s, which I'll show you, we did call on other names, but this was the short all day. Beautiful winner. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is NBIS. Let's look at another neo cloud. Let's look at what NBIS was doing. NBIS actually gave a lot of trades today. So NBIS, bullish to neutral bias to long versus 1 hour MTF or yesterday highs. We will only long if it pushes over yesterday highs. That was the pre-market plan that I gave to the traders. But as soon as I saw that it's not pushing, I told the traders that NBIS is MCF short. Your risk is 112. If you are a little late on the shorting it, as soon as you see the candle dropping under the MTF clouds, you just take a short, you put your stops over 112. So we shorted NBIS. I gave the target of the pre-market lows, 106, our first target, we met it. That was always our first target, this MTF. And next setup was if we break the 105, we will flush more. And I also tweeted about the NBIS short as well. So I tweeted about the NBIS short as well, just to show hindsight always first we do it. So I tweeted about that as well in the morning. So NBIS was a beautiful fade, initial trade in the morning to 102s, right? From 110s all the way to 102s, beautiful fade. Then it gave us a curl. So we had a curl on NBS. Let's see here, which was a curl. Let's take a look here. So we were doing a curl on NBIS. So I sent an alert that NBIS is a call 106.80, and you could play this call, get long at 107, target 111, take some off, and you get out when it breaks this cloud. You see, you enter here, you get out here. So this is when it again turned bearish. Then you can short it again, because remember, it's the Ripster cloud, short, stop out, long, then short again. And it has a catalyst, it has an earnings, it always gives you a good moves. And CRWV was already, and you see the sector was already weak. All the other neo clouds were weak. And you take it down all the way, do a midday short on NBIS. If you're trading options, that's good as well. Your midday short on NBIS would have been good trades as well. Little illiquid, but it could definitely go another 100% trade there. I, of course, recommend trading the short shares, and you could see that NBIS was a beautiful short. This is Ripster MTF cloud. It always acts as a resistance. You can use it as your risk levels, and you short it all the way back right here. And also there was a resistance at the opening price and the pre-market price. Learn the support and resistance, always important. Even if you're day trading, you look at the smaller time frames on the pre-market levels, the opening price. These are all resistances that you have to watch when you're trading long or short. So NBS was a great example of the morning short calls and midday shorts. Let's go to the next one. So IREN was another neo cloud. IREN was also on our watch list because IREN was a neo cloud. CRWV was weak, NBIS was weak. We didn't look at other names. There are APLD, CIFR, there's a bunch of other names. Who some of them turned from the mining, Bitcoin mining, into AI infrastructure providers. So IREN, the plan was to short under yesterday lows, right? And if NBIS is weak and if the CRWV is weak, the sector is weak, you can see that the sector is weak. You can take a short on that as well. So IREN was a short in the morning. I told the traders to short it. It was under the yesterday lows and under the pre-market lows. Short. We moved the stops lower. The 56 was the first target I gave everyone, and we did hit our 56, and then it bounced. You stop out here. Same thing. It tried to curl, rejected 34.50. Not enough range as NBIS because of course IRN was a sympathy play. It didn't really have an earnings, but it was a sympathy play because the sector was weak. So that was a beautiful trade there. All right, since I was talking about the sector analysis, I just want to quickly talk about XBI. I would wanted to cover it when we were talking about SPY QQQ, but you need to do your sector analysis. If you see XBI was strong today, that led VKTX being strong, that led Lily being strong, which we will discuss as our long trade in a bit here on the swing setup. So you see all those stocks with the sector, they were strong because XBI was strong. If the biotech is strong, all the stocks, you can look at what are the main stocks in the XBI index. You can long them. You can find the strongest stock in the strongest sector. You can long them. So XBI was strong today. NVO was going. The obesity stocks was doing. So it's very important to do that sector analysis. Just like I knew that all the neo clouds which were weak, the CRWV, IREN, and all those other names were weak. So it's very important to know the sectors, and that's why our Lily long was really good, which I will recap next. But always remember the sector analysis to anything you do. any trades you do, swing trade, day trade, sector analysis, you want to be in a sector which is either strong. If you're short bias, you want to find the weakest sector. If you're long bias, you want to buy the strongest sector. You see XBI was running all day, XLE was running, XLB, but so you could literally take any stocks in XBI today and make profit trading that long, and you would stay away from the crypto stocks, semiconductor stocks, which were weak. So always understand this sector analysis. I have covered it often. Watch my other recaps and other videos on YouTube. All right, so let's cover some other setups here. Let's talk about Tesla. So Tesla was a short today. So what was the Tesla setups? Tesla was a double MTF. So these are Ripster MTF clouds. You can Google if you don't know what the MTF clouds are. But anything when it's under the MTF clouds, it's a bearish bias. And this first candle is called the amateur move. That sometimes will be a fake move, and the real move will come on the amateur move. Okay, so let's look at the pre-market planning on what was the pre-market planning on Tesla. China sales 3-year lows. So we have a news highlighted as a red. We know it has a catalyst, bearish bias to short under MTF, especially if the market weak, and market was weak at the open, right? So bearish bias to short. So if you have this plan in the pre-market, right, so you can trade it. If you know my teachings and my concepts, you do not get panicked by this first candle. You wait for that rejection and you short it, and that's exactly what we did. As soon as the MTF rejection happened, I told the traders a short from the MTF rejections, and it started to flush. I told the traders there's a bear flag at 10 a.m. Have a stops, move. The initial stops I gave them was 442s, and when it flushed, I gave them the stops of 439. Then I gave the target of yesterday lows. Yesterday low was around this area, and we hit the yesterday low target. Next target I gave was 431.60. We didn't really get there, but we got a little close, and when it started to curl and chop, that's where we exited. But the things you learn here, that Tesla had a bad news. You know its Ripster clouds are bearish, rejecting from Ripster MTF clouds, which is a great concept because Ripster MTF clouds are rejecting. When we are bullish too, right? So the other day it was the long of Ripster MTF clouds. You can see the Tesla was bouncing from Ripster MTF 20 clouds. This was another Ripster MTF cloud short on Tesla. You can see the MTF clouds rejected. That was another day was a short. This was Ripster MTF bounce here, Ripster MTF clouds 1 hour breakout. You could long here. So a lot of profitable trades on Tesla, and if you do it long, few times, you will understand it, and you will make a consistent account growth with these trades. Even if I go back, you can see this was a 512 call, MTF breakout. Tesla ran so much, right? And this was a short here, and then it break under MTF clouds, short here, bounce from MTF clouds, and then Tesla next day bouncing from Ripster MTF cloud and ran all day. So you see the probability of something happening again and again and again, and that's the probability that we are going to use to make money in the market and keep our losers small when the setup doesn't work and winners big. And you can clearly see that how beautiful the setup short on Tesla was from the MTF clouds today. So learn these MTF cloud setups and learn to trade the catalyst plus MTF. You will make very, very repeatable trades. Stop looking for alerts. Stop looking for somebody coming you and telling you what to trade, where to enter. Do it yourself. Learn the system. Go back, look at hundreds of examples, go back at Tanner Trade Group, recap tab, look at my shorts, thousands of YouTube videos I have. Learn the setup, start trading them. When it's time to long, buy calls, you do that. When it's time to short, you buy puts or short them, or you trade leverage ETF to make best of these market moves. All right, so next one we're going to look at is NVDA. So NVDA was also an MTF short, another example of MTF short. Again, what was the pre-market plan on NVDA? The pre-market plan on NVDA was pretty straightforward. SoftBank sells the stake. Again, a catalyst, a bearish catalyst. Bearish in the pre-market, short under MTF. Do not short over it. Simple setup. Short under MTF. You could actually start your short before we break the MTFs, and you can add into your short position here. So let's look at our NVIDIA timestamped guidance on there. So I told the trader it's bearish, watch your entry and short under the MTFs as the pre-market plan. As soon as I see this breaking down, I told the traders to have your stops at 195, target 193, and we hit 193 pretty fast. And the next target I gave was MTF, and we hit the MTF as well. And we moved our stops down to 194.30. It's important to move your stops down because you're trading the 10-minute candles. Any big swipe, you don't want to. You want to preserve your green trade, but you also want to hold for the maximum profits. So it hit our MTF magnet and hit a little bit more. So this was a beautiful, beautiful trade, NVIDIA with the MTF clouds. All right, since I'm talking about MTF, so I'm going to show you the power of the MTF clouds here. Let's look at APP. APP was MTF setup today. So let's see here, APP, what was the plan on APP here? Let's take a look here. So APP was our day 2 setup, APP. Short under 646 or 512 breaks, use the EMA cloud setups, and also you watch the MTF clouds. So as soon as you see that there was some kind of news on APP, the insiders were selling, so that's fine. But what we want to see here is, let me show you, if I can show you that how the traders were trading this setup in the community. The pre-market plan was given to short it, but there's a repeatable concept here. This is called the MTF Magnet setup. Break here, short here, the first MTF here is target, and then you have the second MTF your target. You hold it. You look at how the traders are shorting it. Kapol, member of the community, he shorted it, told all the traders in the community that it's a short. I was busy with the other trades. But you see that nobody needs a hand holding, nobody needs a spoon feeding, nobody needs an alert. And Kapol took a beautiful 30-40 point short on APP. You can see that Govind was also short, Kapol was short, Seymour was short. We were killing it there because it's a repeatable setup. You just need one win like this and you could literally change your week, you change your month. That was the beauty of APP setup. I was trying to show you the options, but options went 300-400%. So let's see here, we can take a look at 590 puts. You see they ran from $3 all the way to $20, so that was a 600% gain. And imagine if you're just trading with $300, you're making $2,000. You make 1,000, you're trading with 1,000 ones, you're making $6,000. So that's the kind of things you can do. And you can also trade with leverage ETFs with APP. Leverage ETF APP is APPX. You can trade that, but you see the power of the system. Even APPX was a MTF Magnet setup. From MTF to the MTF was a beautiful trade. This is the system which is one of the most best trading system that you can ever have. Use the power of the MTF clouds and the MTF magnets. You see, run our MTF to the 50-55 MTF. The power of the 50 EMA on daily, I have covered it many times. All right, so let's look at the next setup today. Let's setup was another earning setup. Today was SE. So SE was our setup here. Let's take a look at pre-market plan on SE. SE, I highlighted it as a red because it was an important trade. Big range in the pre-market, need to wait for the bias, bullish over MTF, and of course bearish under MTF. So as soon as I saw that SE is breaking the MTF clouds, I told the traders to short it, use the stops at 155. And the targets I gave in the morning was 145 and 142. We hit our 145 target by the afternoon. We hit our 142 targets later in the day. So see, no spoon feeding. We have a short. I told the traders to short it. We were shorting at 152s. Even if you're risking $2,000, you're making $8,000 on this trade. You just need to hold with the Ripster cloud all the way down. And you see, I did tell the traders to move their stops lower, and we hit all our targets, 145, 142. No hindsight, no BS. Gave the targets early in the morning, and we faded all the way. Let's see how the options move there on SC. Not that liquid options, but we can take a look. They moved decent. They moved from $1 to $4, 300% trade, 1,000 into 3,000. So that's not a bad trade at all. SC timestamp guidance here, pre-market planning, no hindsight, no BS, beautiful trade. All right, so next one we're going to look at is Rocket Lab. So Rocket Lab did give us a little problems today. It was just a mismanagement, a little bad guidance from me, but there's an important lesson here, right? So Rocket Lab, I told the traders to short it right at the open, short it right at the open. The stops were at 55.50, right? The stops, there it stopped us out. But the stops, we could have seen those top wicks and move the stops right here, this area, 57, right? If you see the pre-market planning on our Rocket Lab, bullish bias at 50-55 MTF holds, no go under it, short under 50-55 MTF. So it was breaking 50-55 MTF, and that's why we shorted it. We were following our plan, but since there's so much insane wicks, like $2 wicks, it was stopping us out. So I told the trader to stop our house. We took a loss there, but later after 10 a.m., it kind of broke down. Choppy breakdown. It became bearish. Ripster cloud was still bearish. It still filled the gap. The plan that we were trying to do, it still filled the gap. But you see, this is the lesson here. The top wicks, there's a lot of action happening here. But you see, then later it faded. It broke the MTFs here, then it broke the MTF cloud here, faded all day from the MTF to MTF. Just because we had a tighter stop, we got stopped out, right? So we took a small loss there. But you see that the setup still worked. We just still needed the patience to do that, right? So that's all we needed. All right, so I'm going to talk about a few of the swing setups my traders in my community were taking. A lot of these setups I shared on X. I share on voice guidance. I want to do it more structured. We are launching our website. When we launch that, would be more focused to sharing in a more structured way. Let's take a look here. What was happening in Lily? As if you can go back look at a lot of my Lily videos. So these are also the post earning swings, right? The post earning moves on Lily. So as you see that we have been trading Lily for some time now. Initially we traded Lily to 900. You can see that my Lily long trade. I gave the traders a live trade to Lily to the 900 magnet on November 3rd. I said that because it was a day 1 and day 2 setup, and then it continued to break out 900 breakout. I continued to guide on Twitter, and then we had the Trump live announcement, pretty bullish for the market. That was all good, and then came our big breakout, all-time high breakout, 1k coming from 977. So I tweeted it about a few days ago, and I told my traders in the community who wanted to swing it that you will hit 1k. It's a probability. It's all-time high breakout. You will hit it. You can see this before, and you can see that after. A lot of the swing traders were still swinging it post earnings. You see this is the earnings move, and this is, you see the flag break. You see this is a daily breakout. So this is a daily breakout, and then comes your weekly, monthly breakout, and then there's $1,000 psychological level, which is a magnet, right? So I already showed you every day we traded. I told the traders breakout, and I told the traders when we break out over that, we're gonna push to 1,000, and we did push to 1,000. I told the traders 1k magnet early in the morning, and 990 the first target, 995 the second target, and 1,000 the final target. You see, of course, there was a seller at 1,000, 5 cents short, but this was again a beautiful trade. Trading with the Ripster clouds, 1 hour MTF held. Since we pushed over 923, we continue to push over the clouds. We traded from the earnings. You could see the 1 hour MTF clouds riding that. You could trade Lily X to do this swing. This is a post earning swing. You could buy Lily X here at 20 bucks. You're up $3 now on that swing, or you could trade the options. So a lot of traders in the community were trading Lily on this breakout swing, post earning swing. Remember this setup. So another swing setup that I have been talking about is RIVN, right? So we had an amazing trade on the RIVN. You remember this trade last week. We just RIVN from you can see the timestamp guidance here. We filled the gap. We ran all day. Amazing trade, which was a multi-bagger for the traders. Of course, I try to share as much as I can on X, but you see that when it was breakout, I told the traders it's a breakout or the post earning breakout, and I did do a short video on RIVN as well, and so I covered that what is going to happen. But this was the breakout, right? So similar to Lily. So yesterday a trader was asking me the swing, and I told him yes, it's a swing because the breakout is going to go higher. So this is your initial flag breakout. Earnings day 1, day 2, day 3. You use this clouds or this level to swing it. Flag breakout, hold your swing. Daily breakout, hold your swing. And RIVN goes all the way to 18 bucks. You see the traders killing in the community on the RIVN today. Everybody was on long on RIVN. Dido, Rich, Alex, Dido was killing it. Frying Pan was on swing to 18 target. We were all, there was a lot of call flow. Pawn added it today for the longs. Chetan, everybody, right? Because this was a swing setup. So find these swings. I have covered this swing extensively on ripstereducation.com. A lot of these bullish swing setups, have shown, no hindsight, I have shown the trades moves before and after when the swings fail. But you definitely need to identify the setups like Lily and RIVN post earning breakouts, which can provide you good returns as well. A similar swing we were talking about was Kodak, which had amazing news. I did a short video on Kodak as well, which ran pretty nicely from that breakout as well. The post earning moves. So remember these swing setups, guys. Always focus. This is a swing, post earning, swing breakouts.